Hi everyone. We usually all photograph our gardens when it's nice and sunny and warm and plants are looking at their best. I thought I'd do a video of one day after the rain, the wind and all the horrible weather we've had for the last couple of days, but just to show that obviously the gardens don't always look perfect. Some plants will withstand the rain and the wind much more easily than others, and that generally is the hydrangeas. And as you can see, this one is just as if there's been no damage or no wind or rain. We all love the rain, but we don't like the wind. I'll go around the garden and show you different plants as we go along. Some of the worst plants obviously in flowers are the roses, and as you can see, they've been decimated at the moment. I'm sure once the rain stops and the wind and the sun come out again, then obviously I will deadhead it and show you how I deadhead it, and hopefully they will be looking quite good for another couple of weeks. Just while I remember to show you now, a couple of days ago I showed you one of my videos about the midge on the Hemerocallis. If I move that away, you can see there's another bud that I'd missed, which obviously is very fat and usually has the midge inside. So if I actually pull it apart, there we are, you can see it's all brown inside and the midges live right in the bottom there. So pull them off whenever you see them. And as we go around, if I see anything like that, I shall point it out. Coming around to the back garden, and as you can see, some more of the roses. They've all been battered. It's disheartening, but like everything else with plants, it's incredible how they just revive and come back to normal when you see them later on. These are a bit easier to do while I'm doing it now, so I think there's one or two flowers left on that, so I'll leave that one. But things like that one there, you can just literally pull them off, break them off or cut them off just on a temporary basis. And if you do that, it does actually make the bush look a little bit cleaner. This is the pillar rose, American pillar. It only flowers once, and then that will be it for the rest of the summer. This is my oleander. It loves to be out in the summertime, but obviously with the rain, these lovely blooms all fall over, fade, but they will come up again. Lots of new buds to open, so I'll pull some of these little ones off, and as you can see, you get that nice clump of buds that will last then and begin to open once the sun comes out. Some of the best plants to have when the weather is like this are these begonias. Is it Begonia sempervirens? They are the annual begonias which people grow, but they will actually grow every year. They're perennials. If you take one or two plants in the winter, and then you will have divide them up in the spring, and you can plant them wherever you like. But those have been out since last year, and they're doing really well. This is a general look of the garden at the moment, and it still looks quite colourful, but again, with the wind and the rain and the sun makes such a difference, it doesn't look its best. But I'm just hoping we're having some good weather towards next week, and then we shall just have all my plants will be looking as good as they used to be. So that's a general view of them, and now I shall sort of gradually go around bit by bit and tell you what plant. We have the lilies there, Lily longifolium. They're coming up through other plants, and because they've got the support of the other plants, they're looking really good. They'll survive the weather. Things then like the phlox, which are just opening, don't look too bad, but the heads are all beginning to fall over, but a little bit of a shake, and once the rain and the sun comes out, they'll dry up. Great plants are the Alströmerias. They stand up regardless of the weather, and they last for ages, a couple of months. These are the Hemerocallis, which I showed you on a video before, and now you can see plenty of the dying ones. As you can see, that's the one that's due to open there, and these are the ones that are dying. So if you just pull them all off like that, and you do it all over the plant, and even just a little bit of tidying up, it's just amazing how nice that the whole plant can look afterwards. And it takes away all the colour, but at least you've still got quite a lot to still come out. So I will have more flowers when the sun comes out tomorrow or the day after. Then we've got the phlox, which are due to open, and they'll be a nice purple. Some of the pinks, And what I do is I try to group them into different colours. Not all the same colour, but pink and white, pink, blue and white, pink and green, but as many different colours in one place as possible. Some of the worst plants for being damaged by the weather are these geraniums here. They're perennials, but they're very, very loose and floppy, but they will dry out, and we've got lots of seed heads to take off ready for next year, and which I will do later on. And I'll also show you in the next video about what cuttings, what seeds I'll be taking now and what I'll be doing with them, because now is the best time to take quite a lot of seeds from the plants you want to keep. But as you can see, not too much damage. I'm quite happy with the way things are. I get asked about acers, and this one, as you can see, it doesn't like the sun, and it is in quite a sunny position, but also the wind, and we've had a lot of wind lately, and it's burnt all the tops of the foliage, the new foliage. But all you have to do is, I don't have secateurs with me at the moment, but you just try and cut them off like that, take all the dead leaves off, they will regrow, and then you will have a decent plant again. So as you can see, it makes a little bit of difference if you cut off the dead bit from that to that. So I shall cut all of the dead ones off, and then I'll have a decent sized bush again, and they'll regrow. Some of the roses which I hadn't staked, unfortunately they've all fallen over, but it'll be fine. Once they've dried off, I shall shake them, deadhead them, and move them up. And we now have these agapanthus that are just about to open, and it's going to be this wonderful dark blue colour. I've got a few different ones. I've got white ones and blue ones around the garden, so they're something that follows on during the season. The roses again there, but this is quite an unusual plant. I'll move that one out of the way, and it's called Salvia turkistanica, and it's a biennial, and you sow it this year, ready for next year, and these were sown last year. Fantastic large leaves, but the flower head itself is really quite unusual. So that one again is something that you can plant this year, ready for next year. And then we have the daisies that are opening, and the roses have actually gone over. And now the rain is beginning to become much heavier, and it's time for me to go in.